Hello, it is Tuesday, which means on Quiet as Mouse, reviews! I figured I would do a Shakespeare special this week. I have watched a lot of Shakespeare-related things recently, even more than usual, so I thought I'd talk about a few of them. The first thing I am going to talk about is Julius Caesar, which I saw at the Globe last week, which I mentioned in my video on Friday. Julius Caesar as a play isn't the most complicated. The plot is relatively simple, there aren't too many subplots, and there are a lot of rousing speeches and quotes that you will recognise, which gives you something to grasp onto. It had a great cast, including George Irving as Julius Caesar and Tom McKay as Brutus, and there were a nice amount of Globe regulars in there as well, which is always fun. I think the production did a really good job of making the audience feel like a crowd. I really enjoyed this production, the time flew by. I think it was my favourite of the season so far. It was a good production of a good play, and I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 4.2. Sticking with the Globe, but moving on to DVDs, I bought the Tempest DVD at the Globe on Thursday, which is their production from last year. It stars Roger Allam, and Colin Morgan, and Jessie Buckley, and James Garner. I saw it 2 or 3 times at the Globe last year, and I really enjoyed it. It was a great show to see live, it was very entertaining. It loses a little bit of that on screen, but it's great for people who couldn't see the show when it was on, or who just want to relive the show. I enjoyed this production, I think the cast are pretty great. There were a lot of very funny scenes in The Tempest. There were also quite a few characters talking for a while about things that happened in the past, which can slow the pace down a little bit, but overall I think this was a really entertaining production. I'm glad I saw it live, and I'm glad I am able to see it again. I'll give the DVD version, I guess, a 3.8, but it would go up a few points for the live production. Let's go on to Joss Whedon's film version of Much Ado About Nothing. When I heard that Joss Whedon was going to do Much Ado About Nothing, I was pretty ecstatic. I have been a big Joss Whedon fan for many, many years. He is one of my idols, and the combination of him and Shakespeare was too much for me to bear. I saw it in the cinema, and now I have it on DVD, and I'm very happy about those two things. Not only is it a shiny new production of Much Ado About Nothing for me to enjoy, but it also features many actors who I know and love, from Buffy and Angel and Dollhouse and Firefly and Avengers. As a production of Much Ado About Nothing, I really enjoy it. The cast is great, it works really well in just the one house. Much Ado About Nothing isn't one of my favourite Shakespeare plays, but it is one of the ones that I see most often because it has a lot of really fantastic productions, and this is another one of those. I'll give it a 4.4. So as I said, I see quite a lot of adaptations of Much Ado About Nothing. And finally today I'm going to talk about a new one which I have seen recently, which is the web series Nothing Much to Do. A Tumblr user called Angie Apple Pie actually recommended this to me. I think I've got the name right. So I looked it up, and I really enjoyed it. It is set in a New Zealand high school. There have been 41 episodes so far on a few different channels, and I've been really impressed with it. The cast especially is pretty fantastic. They're very natural. One of the things I really rate about this web series is that they show the plot through different angles. You have Beatrice and Benedict doing vlogs on 2 separate channels. You also have the Watch Project's channel, which has videos by Ursula, and you can also see through the eyes of the Watch. The way they have updated things is pretty clever, and the script is good, and it's very funny. I recommend it, and I shall link to the Nothing Much to Do channel below, and I shall also link to the playlist of the story. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with it. I'll give it a 4.0. That's it for reviews today. Let me know what you think about any of the things I've talked about, if you have also seen them. See you tomorrow.